This is Elmarie here, Western Cape, South Africa. Oh, Worcester. I live in Worcester, Western Cape, South Africa. It is now 10 to 9 in the evening. This will officially be video number 3, 4 that I started up. First 3 just didn't work out. The fourth one, I still had food in my teeth, which I had to get out. So anyway, hopefully this one works. And it is the 6th of November, and it is officially, technically, summer in South Africa. No, actually, no, it's not. We've got a month left. December is summer. It's hot already. We still don't have enough water. We have enough to sort of take us through. In the Western Cape, they still don't have enough water at all. We're all on water restrictions. Our water restrictions are not as bad as the water restrictions in the Cape, but we're all on water restrictions in the Western Cape. We are thankful we had some thunderstorms and had some water, had some rain falling. Needless to say, we still need a lot. So we will continue praying. For those of you who watch this video, please keep us in your prayers. So now let's go over to what have I been up to. What I have been up to is crocheting a new shawl, because one of my shawls that I lost in Italy was a crocheted one. I found this pattern. I did put it up in the previous video. I'll put it up again, and I finished it this morning. It starts with this blue on the side, goes up. I'll put a photo of it in as well. I've got a photo. There we go. All the way down to that side. It's basically the crochet one. It's called Tidal Wave. Can't remember who wrote the pattern. As I said, I'll put the link for the pattern down below. It's a Ravelry pattern, a free one. It is really just the crochet version or shape of the typical liner shawl. As with all other things, it works. Sorry, we just shaped this thing back to where it's supposed to be, sort of, kind of. No. Anyway, as you saw, it's striped. It's made out of Moya's swill. So it's Moya double knit that was just rolled into these different colors, and with the invisible knot in between. So you just start knitting on one side. I used 2 balls of that. So it's about 200 meters roundabout. No, 200 grams. 200 grams, and then it will be 500 and something odd meters. 540 meters, I think, altogether. To get the shawl with a normal moya, just your 50-gram balls. With other words, you will use 4 50 grams of yarn. To complete this, it's about 2 meters long. It's very high. It's really, I'll put up a picture of that, but I mean, it's very high, and it's quite wide. I think if you continue with the pattern, say, and use about 6 balls of yarn, you'll probably end up with a very, very large shawl that you can wear over your shoulders or whatever. In winter, it's summer now, so this is a summer shawl. I'm not really fussed with it. It worked out really nice for me. It's got this blue on the side, and then it's got a mint color here. I know it looks yellow now, but it's really mint, I promise. And then you do have yellow. So if you okay, see, if you have those two together, you can see that's mint. and that's yellow, and then you've got the red, and the red, it starts with the blue, starts with this, the blue, and then it moves on to the mint, and then to the yellow, and then to the red. And of course I started with the blue, and the second part of it I started with the red. So the red is quite a large part here in the middle, and then the rest sort of moves on. That's that I've been crocheting. Knitting wise, I actually started another liner shawl. My fascination with the liner shawl is just basically the shape. I think it's a very versatile pattern, for a basic pattern. I think if you get the hang of the pattern, you can probably adjust things and eventually use the basic structure to design your own shawl. I love that. I really do love it. Okay, so here's the other thing that I want to tell you about my liner shawl. I'll probably be frogging this bit. I have just added. I don't like it at all. You know, if you don't like something, it's best to just remove it. But I'll show you what I have done so far. These, okay, this one sort of flips up. Once it's been, once it has been blocked, it will go straight down, no problem whatsoever. Here, it just, this is garter stitch. And I went over to stocking knit. And here where I went over to the stocking knit, it sort of makes like a ridge, which is why it flips over like that. But that's not a crisis. Once you've just sort of, you blocked it out, it will be fine right there. These are both colors of grace. This is the blue one that I used with the previous shawl I had. This was, I used this for the edges. And this is Colors of Grace Delilah. That's the sock weight yarn she has. And this one was the one I bought for myself for my birthday. And this was also one of the shawls that was stolen in Italy. So I thought I might just choose something new. This is a Karoo Moon sock weight yarn. I still have a couple of balls left that I weren't able to sell. And it's not against the yarn. I just don't like the changes here. I'm thinking I'm going to frog this one out and just continue with this one until pretty much to the end. This is a large ball of yarn, and I'm glad that I did not cut it off. See, I'll finish with this, and then I've got this amount left of the blue, and I'll do the last bit of garter stitch then with the blue. I think I'll just continue with it. I can mix a lot of colors together here, but I don't really feel like it. I love this color combination, and it picks up the blue already, so I don't think I should go any further. I really don't think so. Anyway, I'll worry about that later, maybe this evening somewhere. Here's the other bit I wanted to tell you about. With the yarn festival that we were in Wellington, because I did really well, I thought just a teeny bit of that money I will use on myself. Trust me, it's not a lot. Sorry, just hang on. I just needed to pick this up. It was lying on the floor. This is the Karoo Moon. It's the orange, but you see it's a deeper orange. I don't know, I just don't like it. I think it's a bit too solid also for what I want. Yeah, it's a very solid orange, and I don't know, I just don't like it here. I think I can use this with something else, but not here. It just doesn't work for me. Do it for me. So I'll just pull it out in a bit. Anyway, so these needles I bought for myself from Natural Yarns. They are in Cape Town. I'll put down a link below if you're interested. As I said, I sell Addies. I sell Addies because I love Addies. I think they are your basic, they're a very go-to type of needle. I use the lace one, which is it's got a tip, a sharper tip than just the normal one, and I love it. I want to get myself some interchangeables with that and that sort of thing. I really do love Eddie. It's lightweight. I've got no issues with the cables. Sorry. Whereas with Owl, you always have an issue with a cable. Owl is South African's a very commercial brand. It's much like, I think, Pony in Europe and that sort of thing. You know, it's just it's the sort of thing you use if you have absolutely nothing else to use. Or if you're an absolute beginner and you don't know if you're going to be able to do this. I want to say this though. Even if you are an absolute beginner, you can rather buy yourself a pair of Addies and try with it and resell it or give it away to somebody if it doesn't work for you. Because a lot like painting and art, if you start with the wrong medium, it just doesn't work. I know of many people who have a lot of talent and they just say, I can't work with colors. I go, well, yeah, but you've been working with a lot of junk. Been working with the cheapest paints that are not color fast, that can't, it's the same concept that you have with, sorry, to remove this. That's the same concept that you'll have with knitting needles, any tool. You can, so I'm quoting someone that I can't remember. She said, it's either her mother or her grandmother who said, you can do anything as long as you have the right tools. Anyway, these I bought for myself, as I said, from Natural Yarns that I will put, sorry, just before I went off a little mission. I bought from Natural Yarns. It's Chiagoo, whatever. Knitting needles. Okay, let's do a quick Chiagoo versus Eddie thingy. Both are amazing. I love these tips. If you look at them, you'll see they're really tapered. And it's like the tapering starts here already. I'll get a pair of Eddies. Just hold on. Okay, these are Eddies. If you look at these from here, I don't know, they're very shiny. And you compare them to these, you will see a definite difference. And now the reflections are, there's the tapering starts down there, whereas the Eddies, it starts here. You see? So it starts down there, and here it starts here. This tip is definitely sharper than this one. So in that sense, and this is Addie's lace version. So this is already a sharper tip. I happen to know that Higher has even a sharper tip. So if you're even interested in Higher, you will find them at Yarnspiration. No, not Yarns. No. Oh, you know. Where's my mind? No, Be Inspired. I know they stock Higher. So though, if I keep these two together, the tapering starts down there. The tapering starts here. This has a definite sharper point than this one, and this is already the lace. That's what I was saying. Cord wise, cable wise, nah, not that much of a difference. Look, both of them. This one also has a very, okay, I can get a longer cable with Addy than I can with Chiagoo. Chiagoo only, well, at what I was able to see on the internet, where I bought it, which was online, I could only get to a 93 length. This, I also want to say, is a fixed needle. I don't know what the interchangeables looks like. I want to get myself a set because I do want to compare them. I think if you, Addies is a click. They're called Addy click. So click, they click in. They don't screw in. And then, oh, this is a very strong cable. It's a very strong cable that they say has no memory. So you don't get this. That's granted. You do not get this. But now here's the tricky bit, and this is the other review that I've heard about this, is that if you knit socks, okay, if you look at this one, this cable, you look at this one, you'll see the difference, okay? Both flexible. The thing here is this. This is half the price of this, which is already a plus point for anybody who wants a good quality knitting needle but does not want to pay a fortune for it, or cannot pay a fortune for it, because many of us would like to have these. I mean, I would have liked to have these like for ages. If it wasn't for the fact that I had a good sale, I wouldn't have bought them. In hindsight, I'm not sure I'll buy any more of them. I love the way I can use them. I think my next bet will be Addy's interchangeable, Addy Click. And then the next one I will actually try and get some from, some is higher. I would like to test them all. And honestly be able to say, this is the best one. Money-wise, Addy. Quality-wise, Addy's great. I cannot complain about the quality. I haven't tried a clip yet, so I'll tell you about that. Strength-wise, the cable is very strong. The tips are very, very, as I said, they taper from here already up there, so they're very sharp. I did find that I got a really, really good tension from these needles. But now, this is a size 3. It could also be that I can only see it now, because I should actually try them both. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to move away from the needles now. That's on my needles. I am busy with that. As I said, I'll frog that. I'm going to continue with that. Off to project bags. I went to Paul with my mother the other day, and I went for something else, and then I went to there's a factory shop, a fabrics factory shop, and I went in there. It's called Highlights. It's been in South Africa for ages, forever and ever, as long as I can remember it. It's been there. I'm 44 and I remember it. So I bought some, and it's one of the shops. So I bought these materials. You will not be able to see the colors properly, but it's got like a taupe type color in that little line over there, and then the paisley one that goes with the taupe. You'll see the taupe more clearly there. You can actually see the color. I don't know if you can. But these two go together for bags. They're quite thick materials. Just that side. Oh, and I bought these. That one. The birdies. And the calligraphy. I love the written stuff on there. With this one to go with that. It just goes with the color. It's an interesting pattern as well, but it really is just the color. Then I haven't bought anything for the inside of these yet because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So I didn't want to spend some more money, and then I didn't know if that's what I wanted to do. But these have very interesting prints. You see, they're sort of already designed for that's like a line going down there, and it's on the back side as well. And then it has this print in the front. And this one is on this side. And I love this one. The queen bee. See, like that. And then on the other side, already printed, is just a complete blank with this kind of label on it, property of. And then I love this. I absolutely loved it. I thought, oh, I can make the most amazing bags out of this. And I've got another idea to put on there. So that will all have to happen very quickly because the next market is at the end of the month. And it's the 6th of the month already. So I'll have to motor if I want to get this done. So let me just fold this sort of up. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. Now, I've had some interesting little issues in my life. I've had the same, well, I don't know, domestic helper for 10 years. We've come along for 10 years. Now, I've also told her, and she comes from Zimbabwe, and I can only pay her so much. So I've told her, look, if ever something comes by and you can get a better pay, or it's a solid type job, not this day and this day, take it. Just let me know ahead of time. She apparently did get a job, and on Monday when she was supposed to come in, she just didn't, and she told me something came up and I didn't know what. I was kind of cross because if you let me know on a Sunday evening, that's fine, but don't let me know on a Monday morning. And my mother was here. That was not a good day. It was actually the Monday after the market. So things are crazy here. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. I only got to clean my shop out on Tuesday. It's nuts. Anyway. And I had to clean, like, wash a ton of washing and that sort of thing. It's just, you know, I don't even have to explain that to you. Most of the people I'm talking to now understand exactly what I'm saying. So on Thursday morning at 6 o'clock, I got, no, it wasn't, it was 8 around there. Got a call from her, she's not coming in anymore. I told her, oh, but what's wrong? No, nothing's wrong, she just got another job. So although I honestly think she deserves a full-time job with a good pay, I did not deserve that. Needless to say, it was a kind of a crazy couple of days after that. It has also been a hectic weekend of just getting everything into a rhythm that will be okay for me for now. I found somebody that can do my ironing. And as long as I don't need to sleep with a dirty kitchen, I think I'll survive. But yeah, that's, I mean, my dyes are nearly here. Oh, my dyes are here. My yarn is on its way. And I have a business to run, so please just every now and again think of me. Say a quick prayer. I'm a terrible housewife. It's the strangest thing because cleaning a house sort of draws out my creativity, messes with my creativity. Because it's tedious and it's the same thing over and over, it's as good as putting me in an admin office. Just, oh. So I will have to find a way around that. I'm not getting another person in after 10 years of having worked with one person, having to go over to another person and trying to work things out. Sounds like a lot of work for me, a lot of extra work at the end of the day. So I'm not letting anybody come in. I found somebody to do ironing. I hate ironing. And there's a cleaner company that I can maybe get in twice a month. And we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so if you have a day that you notice that I am grumpy, please excuse that, because I am grumpy because I had to clean the house. Simple as that. I have Ludi bought me a new notebook. I will this time make a cover for it so that it looks pretty, and I will just have to start bullet journaling again, just to keep everything in order and keep track of everything. Bullet journal worked for me before. I somehow just completely lost my way with it, and I'll just have to start doing it again. This time hopefully keep to it, simply because I need to keep track of things. I'm not very good at that either. Anyway, that I'll just have to find a way, and I'm sure I will, by God's grace. And a lot of patience somewhere along the line, but I'm sure I will find my rhythm. And just thing is, if I find a routine, I have to keep to it very, very strictly, because if I don't keep to that routine, if I just sort of go one step to the side, gone is routine, and I have to start all over again. I'm not a routine person. I'm not a very orderly person. Anybody watching this video who has known me longer than 6 months will tell you that I'm kind of scatterbrained sometimes. Anyway, yeah, doesn't matter. No, life goes on. We'll find a way, sort things out. Anyway, that will be the end of this video. It will be, I'll put up a new one on Monday. Hopefully by that time I'll have some yarn dyed, more than just that one little thingy. I hope so. I still want to apply some more, just didn't get to it today, but I will. And then I'll dye it myself, like mini skeins, and I'll make something out of it. I hope you guys have an awesome week. For those of you who have a domestic helper, please take good care of her. Those of you who don't, sprungs. And we'll just have to there's this old Afrikaans song, Aanstap rooi is, die pad is lank en swaar. I think you can all relate to that, if you understand the words. Good night, guys, and be blessed. Take care. I'll see you somewhere, maybe like a live chat on Facebook at some point or whatever, but this will be, next Monday will be my new YouTube podcast video. I don't know which one. Have a nice evening. Bye.